Dominance is an older style of training. It's not necessarily, you don't need to submit your dog. You don't need to force them to think that you're the owner and you're in control of the situation. So the answer to, is dominance something that will create bad behaviors? The direct answer is yes. Showing your dog that you're a big, tough person doesn't do anything to create a positive bond and understanding of what the human and the dog's relationship is. If you guys look at school shootings over the past couple years, we've seen that there's been over 300 plus school shootings consistently every year for, I believe, at least the past 3 years. If you think about bullying, that's a form of dominance. You're not creating any respect when you bully somebody, and the same thing goes for your dog. If your dog poops in the house and you rub your dog's face in it, if your dog goes through your trash and you rub your dog in the trash, if your dog does something bad and you beat your dog or hurt your dog, this is not acceptable, nor is it going to create anything that you'd want with your dog's behavior or temperament. When you are dominant to a dog, you are putting them in a state of fight or flight, which, depending on your dog's behaviors already and their temperament, being in a state of fight or flight, they're going to do one of two things. They're either going to show some teeth, they're going to get aggressive. When a dog is in a state of mind where they're in fight or flight, ultimately you're going to see them submit, or you're going to see them attack and protect themselves. So I would urge everybody to look at alternatives rather than to use any type of dominant style training or behaviors. A lot of the trends over the past couple years have been calm, assertive energy, where you're able to control multiple dogs. One dog trainer specifically that I look up to is Angela Aiden. We just did a community pack walk, and she is known for walking upwards of 20 plus dogs sometimes. And she's not a big tough guy. She's a small petite woman who can walk these dogs at ease all throughout California. And this is because she has a calm energy about her, where she simply shows what the dog should follow. She is in control and the dogs follow her energy. And if you ever get the chance to either check her out on Facebook or the internet, or go and do one of these pack walks, you'll see that anybody, especially if you want, you can definitely control many dogs by having the right energy. So by being dominant, that is not correct. It's definitely going to create bad behaviors. Being dominant and these out-of-date methods, the one thing that makes us a little bit different is we've kind of updated some of the older methods. Realistically, I've been dog training off and on over the course of the past 9 years. And I've worked with many, many dogs. I've seen many different styles, whether it's treat training, whether it's shock, choke, prong, E, whether it's a heavy routine-based training, whatever it may be. I've seen many different styles. And just because there are styles of training and methods out there that we used before, it doesn't mean that it's accurate, and it hasn't evolved over the years. The one thing that I think we need to understand as dog owners is that everything that we might have known about dogs and how they learn and how we should train them is almost outdated at this point, and you need to kind of have a refresher course, which is why we offer free lessons, so that we can give some of these modern techniques and tips that are so different than some of the older methods that can get results, but they are not natural, in a state of, you're putting your dog in a state of fear. If you're using a shock collar, a choke collar, or a prong collar, you're causing pain to your dog every single time you give it a correction. So the relationship that you're developing with your dog is one with an antitrust, where they also assimilate you as a source of pain, not a source of positive guidance. So we don't use shock, choke, or prong collars, even though they're proven to get results. They also have bad results that can occur. E-collar training is one of the largest trends right now, especially in America. It's banned in some countries, some continents even. In America, we love the e-collar. It's a quick fix. I explain dog training as trying to lose 100 pounds. If you're trying to change a behavior, or if your dog's tail is down and they need to build their confidence, sometimes it's not always effective to use a painful style of training. E-collar training is proven to get some of the best results out there. E-collar training is something that is a trend right now for a reason. However, it is not the only solution for dog training, and in some situations, it's highly recommended not to use an e-collar because it will have adverse reactions with the dog. So by all means, a lot of the methods that are out there right now get results, but they do not get the most effective natural results. We deal with families, we deal with college students, we deal with the typical dog owner who wants to understand how to have basic control inside their home. And to accomplish control in your home, you do not need to use pain or punishment or dominance or submissive style training. It can be accomplished completely naturally with no pain at all. This is why we custom make our own leashes, so we're able to correct the dog. And in some cases, it's not necessarily a correction that you're making. The leash is a connection from you to your dog. A lot of dogs have a scared tendency about them if you have to go and grab them by the collar. So in order to train the dog the most effective, you put a drag line on your dog and you keep the leash on your dog at all times. That way you can control what they're doing in a very calm, relaxed state of mind. And this is why we custom make our own leashes. So when I need to give the dog direction and show it what I expect, there is no pain. It's simply guidance, and the dog learns the behavior.